here's what it is.
Okay.
It's true.
We have to really take the mind, body, and soul, because this is like a camel.
Yeah.
Like if this is not able to take you to your next destination, then you have to go in for a pit stop.
Mm.
And we always talking about like, you don't do your car like this. You don't keep driving your car with no gas.
Right.
You don't keep, driving the car. You ain't changed the oil. You're not taking this thing in for service. You don't even do the car like that. So why do your mind, body, and soul like that?
Okay.
Right.
And who has a manual for that? Like, where is the actual manual for the repairing of the mind, body, and soul?
That's what I'm
Because also, some folks, it may be more the soul. Somebody else, it may be more the body. And so these are the things that we were looking at. Like, we spent a decade on this, like really looking at like, okay, well, how do we jump the body back off? Like, what's really happening? I want to explain also, because I know some folks are just motivated by currency, money.
Right.
And the reality
That's
is,
what I
though,
was
is that
saying.
abundance is not just money. Like, abundance comes in so many ways. And most importantly, abundance is the same thing as the fruit on a tree. So for us, our abundance is our children.
Okay.
Right.
And if we actually see what's happening with the children and how much time is really being spent, we can get an idea with them. We can get an idea of how much or how well our investments are going. Let's
Right.
just put it like
Right.
that, right? And,
We
and
wanted
who
to
is
have
handling
Sanai
our
on.
Yeah.
investments. So the reality also is that if we come in and we say, okay, well, we're going to have to make some transformations here. By what means will you be coming into this transformation? Like, give it to me step by step. And of course, because this is a very complex thing. This being that we're in, I call it the high maintenance human. Like, this is, even if you have also other people to worry about, this thing is so high maintenance. This is going to be the first thing not to get any attention.
Right.
And so the reality is that, yes, we have this amazing gift called the body, but you can see how people are treating it because they can't get it to do what they want it to do in most cases.
Right.
But there is a way. There's a way to actually activate the mind, the body, and the soul. And when you're coming out of a program situation, also, you need to actually sit down with somebody that knows how to deprogram.
Yeah.
That's the big thing that comes next. And what happened for me is that I didn't really see all of that knowledge in one place.
Okay.
Right.
Like, I did see certain masters had one key. Certain system had one key, but you
Right.
can easily get lost in any of these and devote your life to that and still not find the truth.
Right.
You had to be able to pull back the diaspora of knowledge and put all the stuff back together. So even if you has even any kind of schisms, any kind of dissensions in yourself, any kind of conflicts, it was going to actually replicate itself into the next experience that you needed to go through that you weren't going to be able to get over the hurdle of because you still had something that you were saying that you were not. And as for a people that know that they're everything, this is somewhat heresy anyway, because you would have to accept that all of everything that we see is a reflection of us. And only till you explore yourself truly will you realize that. And also, only when you're willing to judge thyself.
Right.
Forget what everybody else is
Right.
saying. The beginning of the highest knowledge is still the acceptance of whatever it is the issue or the problem
Right.
is in the realm. So in the realm, the highest knowledge, as I've mentioned, is encrypted in even what we call today as Alcohol Anonymous. Alcohol Anonymous, or
Right.
AA, is a cognate or the symbolism of the Illuminati. What does the knowledge teach? How to break habits.
Right.
Why is it so important to know how to break habits?
Yeah.
Well, if you look at the whole world is an input or something, an output, a yoni, if you may, waiting for your input. So every time you go outside of yourself doing anything, the rest of whatever you're doing it with is just waiting for that input. So you can get addicted to actually giving external input.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And then all of this is like a meter. When you look at this meter, and that's why I mentioned this in the conversation, you'll hear it a few times. It's just something you can stick with, even if stuff gets a little too complex. If you're looking at this meter and you're starting to run low on personal time, like somebody ever take 3 hours with yourself? Like actually clean the bottom of your feet,
Okay.
actually, wipe off your skin. There's these different techniques and things. Actually, women do
do
this
it.
more
Yeah,
for
all
sure
the
than
time.
men.
Yeah, I
we
do.
do.
Yeah.
Like, I take care
But
of
again,
myself, take the time.
not everyone knowing how to actually go in that process and say, okay, today I'm going to work on my soul.
Yeah.
Right.
It's true.
Today I'm going to also work on my mind. Today I'm going to work on my body. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing. And because that would be like a regimen, right?
Right.
And so what we've done is we've been able to put that in place.
Wow.
I welcome anyone. It's free. I welcome anyone to come in and get yourself together.
Right.